An athlete's childhood fantasy is to one day compete in a championship game, when he or she must risk it all for a chance at glory. For every victor, there is inevitably a runner-up. For example, let's talk about football. It's not uncommon for football players to botch crucial plays when it really matters. In football, there have been innumerable examples of teams losing out on a championship by virtue of a single mistake. In other cases, these gaffes cost their team more than just a championship, as these mistakes also prevented a team from becoming one of the best of all time, which can only be described in one word: dumb indeed. Hello, and welcome to our channel, Amuse Top 10. We're here to point you in the right direction to find the most up-to-date top 10 lists. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon to be updated whenever our channel is up with a new video. For this list, let's take a look at some of the dumbest mistakes made by football players ever. Number 5. Roberto Rozes. Chile was playing Brazil in a 1989 qualifying match for the 1990 FIFA World Cup. And with a goal deficit of 1, their goalie, Roberto Rozes, suddenly collapsed with a lit flare next to him. The object had seemingly struck the goalie. In a matter of seconds, we see Rozes being carried off the pitch by his teammates, and we know the severity of the injury. Rozes, however, failed to notice the presence of the cameras. He wasn't actually hit by the flare, but instead, his injuries came from a razor blade secreted in his glove. In order to please their manager, Orlando Aravena, Chile tried to win the game on a technicality. Rozes was permanently banned from playing, but thankfully, that ban was later lifted in the year 2001. Number 4. Ronaldinhos Looks. As early as the 2000s, Real Madrid invested heavily in the club in order to attract top-tier athletes. Throughout the season, the squad signed star after star, each one eager to don the storied white jersey. Following his outstanding performance at the 2002 FIFA World Cup, Ronaldinho was in high demand. President of Real Florentino Perez was not enthusiastic about the idea. Why? Well, due to his looks. Yep, you heard that right. Perez turned down a talented player due to a marketing choice and his unattractive appearance. Rather, they acquired David Beckham from Manchester United, who, to be fair, didn't help with shirt sales. In the meantime, Ronaldinho signed with Real's El Clasico rivals, Barcelona, and became a crucial player in their rise to La Liga and European prominence. Perez must have been shedding tears of regret at that time. Number 3. Speedy Coffee. Diego Maradona's name is constantly brought up as a candidate for the title of greatest player in the history of football. Not only did he possess extraordinary talent, but he also engaged in a legendary rivalry with Julio Grondona, a former head of the Argentine Football Association. Maradona said his side was given speedy coffee before their qualifying match against Australia for the 1994 FIFA World Cup in a 2011 interview. That's why they were able to run further, he said. However, Maradona stressed that he didn't know what gave the coffee its speedy qualities. He, however, placed all the responsibility on Grondona. So, Maradona admits he may have used performance-enhancing drugs in his professional career to get even with his rival. Well, that has to be the dumbest move ever. Number 2. The Saga of Ali Dia. Southampton icon Matt Laetitia got hurt during a game against Leeds United in November 1996. Fortunately, Ali Dia was on the bench and came on for him. After all, Southampton manager Graeme Souness bought him after George Weah, the legendary Liberian striker, called Souness and informed him that Dia was his cousin and that he had played for Senegal. As soon as Dia entered the Premier League contest, it was clear that something was wrong. He wasn't good at all. Souness replaced him near the end. It turned out to be a ploy, and Souness fell for it. It wasn't Weah who called, but someone impersonating him. Soon after, Dia was terminated by Southampton. Now, before we unveil our top pick, make sure you give the video a big thumbs up and share it with your friends as well. With that out of the way, let's continue. Number 1. Zidanes Rage. When the time comes for a player to hang up his boots, they all want to play their last game with dignity and enjoy the moment. But Zinedine Zidane was not one of them. His final game was captaining France in the World Cup final in 2006. With 10 minutes remaining in extra time and the score at 1-1, Zidane swung around and headbutted Italy's Marco Materazzi in the chest, prompting the defender to collapse to the ground. Materazzi allegedly muttered something to rile up the Real Madrid icon. Regardless, Zidane was sent off for losing control, and Italy ultimately won the World Cup on penalties. Not a good way to round off a brilliant career. Conclusion: these gaffes will definitely remain etched in the memories of football fans for the rest of their lives. Which one of these was the dumbest mistakes in your opinion? Let us know in the comments. We will see you in our next video.